Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We're starting off with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. On Thursday, fights led to a lockdown at a local high school. The Clark County School District discusses the increasing violence at schools. Now, a warning, some of the video you may see may be disturbing. Review-Journal's Jen Ah breaks down the district's plan to combat this issue. Jen?
Well, Renee, the Clark County School Board discussed increased school violence for hours. And just hours before that, a high school in Las Vegas was on lockdown because of just that.
Oh, shoot.
You're watching video of the fights that led to lockdowns at Desert Oasis High for the second straight day.
Desert Oasis is a nice area, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at in town.
One trustee mentioned this latest incident in her jurisdiction.
You know, one of my schools, Desert Oasis, is out of control right now. Like right now, today, at this exact minute, several hours ago, the community rallied together and had a meeting because they don't know what to do. They're out of options. They don't feel safe sending their kids to school.
She then addressed what she called the elephant in the room.
It's the dads in schools that, you know, have come up and talked to us and said, we want to help, put us in a school.
Officials also talked about a program to prevent bullying and continued efforts to reduce the school-to-prison pipeline, which the board and school police are reporting is improving. However, some in the public comment period remain critical.
I am a teacher at the Juvenile Detention Center. Speaking as an individual, as someone who has interacted with many parole officers at the Juvenile Detention Center, every single one, 20 plus, do nothing but trash the harbor and how it doesn't help.
School officials say they plan to put more resources toward ensuring students' mental health as well. Renee?
In more news, a suspect in the crash that killed a Henderson teenager has been arrested. 21-year-old Jose Marmolejo was booked on suspicion of reckless driving resulting in death. Police say speed is believed to be a factor in the crash on Monday night that killed 13-year-old Rex Patchett. A Las Vegas man is using his nonprofit to help Ukrainian orphans in need. Mark Davis and his nonprofit Abundance International has raised nearly $475,000 on GoFundMe since Russia invaded Ukraine 2 weeks ago. He says the group is wiring funds every day to Ukraine to buy food, diapers, and other essentials.
We had a great story where the whole city of Mykolaiv is out of gas. All the gas stations are closed. It's been over a week. But one of them, we found an owner of one of the chains who they say they have some reserves. They brought their people from home to come to the gas station to turn it on so we could have the ambulances for the children's hospital and for the orphanage be able to get gas for their vehicles. I don't want to sit on a couch on a big screen TV watching as my people are in the middle of it.
In previous years, Abundance International has raised $50,000 or less annually. Now to today's weather report brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. Happy Friday, everyone. The winds have died down today and temps will begin to rise. Today, Monday, clear skies. Highs topping around 64 degrees. Tonight, lows sitting around 42 degrees. For the weekend and into your work week Saturday, we should see highs in the low 70s, 77 degrees by Sunday. Light winds throughout the weekend. By next week, we could remain in the mid to upper 70s, possibly hitting 80s by Tuesday. In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, Nevada-based casinos say they have high hopes for 2022, with many saying they are approaching or even surpassing pre-COVID-19 levels. This comes from an investment forum held earlier this week.
One of the takeaways that came out of this is that the demand continues to be high. We're seeing a lot more bookings in terms of long-term for conventions and group meetings. And some of the younger demographic is starting to overtake some of the older gamblers that have been coming to Las Vegas in the past.
Sports, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders opted against tendering fullback Alec Ingold, which means he will become a free agent, able to sign with any team when the market opens on March 16th. Ingold had his 2021 season cut short when he tore his ACL in Week 10 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Undrafted out of Wisconsin in 2019, he caught 28 passes for 239 yards and a touchdown and ran 15 times for 22 yards over the last 3 seasons. He was the special teams captain last season. Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Los Angeles Angels teammates Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout are plus 450 co-favorites at the Westgate SuperBook to win the AL MVP award. Washington Nationals outfielder Juan Soto is the plus 350 co-favorite to win the National League MVP, followed by San Diego Padres shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. at 4-1, and Los Angeles Dodgers right fielder Mookie Betts at 6-1. Philadelphia Phillies right fielder and Las Vegas High School and CSN product Bryce Harper is 10-1 to repeat as NL MVP.
In your health news, the CDC is working on guidance to help ease the nationwide mask mandate on airplanes, buses, and other forms of mass transit. However, the requirement remains in place until April 18th. This is extended from the previous March 18th expiration date in order to allow for more time to develop the public health agency's, quote, revised policy framework. In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, Review Journal columnist John Katzlamides gets his head shaved in front of an audience, and by comedian Brad Garrett, who did the honors.
Should I continue down the back? I gotta tell you something. You are blessed with a very, very nice head.
This is something Katz does every year to raise money and awareness for the St. Baldrick's Foundation in childhood cancer research. Thursday's event was just a preview of the Big Nine Fine Irishman New York shaving event on the 19th. Now in your lifestyle news, a new place in the Northwest Valley to get some grilled nuggets. Chick-fil-A held a ribbon cutting for its newest restaurant on Centennial Center Boulevard near 215 Beltway, US 95 interchange. The first 100 guests received special gifts, including a plush cow. Chick-fil-A now has 12 locations here in Southern Nevada. And just a quick reminder, daylight saving begins Sunday at 2 a.m. So don't forget to spring your clocks forward by an hour before going to bed Saturday night. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have an Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Happy Friday.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.